Hello there, welcome to the Bit of Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I'm George, of course. Welcome back to the channel. It's a match preview, and these games are coming thick and fast now. We're playing Stoke City at the Bet365 Stadium on Wednesday evening. It's an 8 o'clock kickoff. Stoke wearing their traditional white and red stripes, white shorts and white socks. Leeds will be changed, I think, in this game. Bit of a disastrous move, really. Can we play in white, please? You know, we only seem to win in white, but I'm sure Leeds in this game will be in their change strip, away strip of navy blue shirts, socks, and shorts with the turquoise trim. Let's hope we can get a win in this one. It would be our first win in and away our third kit since May 2022 when we beat Brentford to stay in the Premier League that season. So it's long overdue. Let's hope we get one in a changed kit on Wednesday. Now, we're having a look at this game. I didn't do a match reaction to the fantastic 3-2 comeback win over Norwich City. Somerville sizzling. Somerville scored two, didn't he? Dug us out of a hole, dug Daniel out of a hole, didn't he, on Saturday with those two goals. Fantastic. Couple of goals, as you can tell, I'm still full of cold, unfortunately. But we go again, don't we? We're looking for our fourth win in a row. Anybody in the comments want to let me know the last time that happened? I have no idea. Maybe I'm guessing possibly at it might be the 1920 season, if not possibly the 2021 in Premier League, but that might be being optimistic. I assume it was probably 1920 season, the promotion season, of course, for Leeds United. But before further ado, let's get into the preview and talk about Stoke City. Can we do it at a wet and windy Wednesday night at Stoke? It's late October, it's going to be cold. That was the traditional saying in the Premier League, was it was a hard place to go. I don't know if it really is nowadays. They have got a better home record than they have away this season so far. They're sitting in the sort of lower end of the table. It doesn't really matter at the moment, the table. They are 6 points off the playoffs, so it's very tight in the championship table as it usually is, but only the 13th game of the season. So I'm not concerned with the table just yet. I know we're third, but I'm not concerned with it at the moment. But the up and down over the last 5 games, as we like to look at, 3 defeats, 2 wins, so 6 points. It's very much been win or lose for Stoke this season. Only one draw all season, but that came against Leeds' neighbours and opponents on Saturday, Huddersfield Town, away at the John Smith Stadium. That's their only draw of the season. And yeah, they've coming off the back of a really good home win against Sunderland, actually. So yeah, this one again. Look, it's a tricky game. They're all tricky games, really. But the quality and the standard of the teams are so poor. This team reminds me of Watford, if I'm being honest. Mismatch, mixed up, sort of just players just thrown together from all over the place, really. And I look at it, 19 players they brought in the summer. How does that help anybody? It really doesn't. Some of them were decent quality, but one lad, Chiquito, on loan from Wolves, mustn't have fancied Stoke. He mustn't have fancied it because he was on loan for a month, and then he goes to Portugal for the rest of the season. Chiquito, young lad, forward player, But you're looking at some of the players that they brought in, and you thought maybe that Wesley from Villa had a bad injury, didn't he? Come back, play for Stoke. You think hasn't quite hit it off. Still got Dwight Gale, who can cause problems. He's 34 now, but only played 32 minutes of football all season. It's just a real mixed match of players just thrown together. And it's proving that really. They'll get wins, yeah, but they'll lose more than they win with this sort of mentality. It's poor. Alex Neil, the manager, obviously been around the block a bit in the championship. Take the five that those 5 games, 3 defeats, 2 wins. 5 different formations played in the 5 games. Obviously don't clearly know his best team, don't know who his best team consists of. It's just a mess. It just, from the outside looking in, it just looks like a mess. Yes, they can probably cause us problems. I like Daniel Johnson, who you ex Preston North End player, good experience in the Championship. They've got some good experienced players. Enda Stevens, Ben Pearson, ex Preston, I think, and Bournemouth player. Um, some decent quality, you know, experienced Championship players. But it just, like we've seen with so many of these teams of the 12 games so far this season, it just for whatever reason doesn't seem to hit off. And all these teams seem very very similar. Where, yeah, they can have a really good game at one week and then they can have a really poor game the next. And there's not a great deal of consistency in this division, and consistency is the key because the games come so fast. You string three wins together in a week, and you bang, you're up in the you're up high up in the table. You lose three, and you're down there, but knocking on relegation. So it's a mad division, but the quality is really really lacking, even in these players that have played Championship for years. Top scorer, the Portuguese lad, Vidijal, I think his name is, came on a free transfer from Portugal. 4 goals in his 6 games. Maybe he's a threat coming off the wing. But again, you don't know what they're going to play. You don't know how they're going to come at you and play, what the personnel is going to be. It's very mixed, very different formations. It's just, from me, looking at this game, it's an absolute mess. And like I said, Stoke away used to be a tricky game. They're a quality team, coming back sort of 6, 7, 8 years ago now, finishing consistently mid table in the Premier League, and that's Europa League as well, and that's, they were going well. Some really quality players in that squad back then, but nowadays it's just a mess, and they've not done much for a little while now. Um, Yeah, form is mixed again. You don't quite know what you're going to get from them. But they could hurt you on the day. But I fully expect Leeds United to go there and get the fourth win in, the fourth straight win of the season. We're absolutely bouncing Leeds United at the moment. Coming off that comeback win, they'll be absolutely buzzing, wanting to get straight back on that pitch, the Bet 365, the Britannia Stadium, and put in another good performance and a win, because it was a win on Saturday, but the performance probably could have been a little bit better. Um, you've got to see teams off, and hopefully they'll do that on Wednesday against Stoke. But if we're looking at the form guide in this particular fixture, we'll go on to my little travel guide, as I like to do, in a moment. But so stick about for that. But yeah, over the last 5 games, it stretches back sort of 18 years. This run of the last 5 games at the Bet 365 between Stoke City and Leeds United. We've won 3, they've won 2. So it's we've got the upper hand, but only just. And it used to be a difficult place to go. Form is better at the Bet 365 this season. So let's wait and see. But they're not the team they once were, particularly in the Premier League days. And yeah, I think we tend to obviously, looking at that, have a little better of our trips away to Stoke. In particular, the last one, obviously the promotion season, very, very early on in the promotion season, Leeds United went there and dismantled Stoke 3-0. Bit of a violation in that game, really. Absolutely battered them. And it was there where you maybe thought, actually, we're onto something here. We were just tearing through teams. That goal from Stuart Dallas, where Pablo plays that ball, and he just finishes it first time. Further goals from Alioski that day, and Patrick Bamford saw his runaway comfortable winners 3-0. It was in the end. Hopefully it's like that again on Wednesday evening, but evening games, like I said, that old adage of can he do it at a cold Wednesday night or midweek game at Stoke City? Can we do it? Let's wait and see. But yeah, anyway, travel guide for me, Ellen Road to the Britannia 365 Stadium is an hour and 38 minutes driving. On the train, it's about an hour and 45. It's a little bit of a mess. You've got to switch a couple of times, I think, or at least once from Manchester. An hour and 45 minutes it'll take you to get there. Then the Bet365 Stadium, it's about I think it's about a 10-minute drive in a taxi from the station to the stadium. There is a Harvester nearby, only 3 minutes. Taxi again, it's an 8-minute walk to the stadium. If you want to walk from the train station to the football stadium, it is a 44-minute walk. I don't think the weather's going to be too good, so probably best to stick to public transport. I think it's something like is it like a 16? I can't remember how long it is on public transport from the station, but it's all pretty close by. Like I said, it's a little way, so you might want to take a little time and make sure you get there on time, because I think Leeds, I think we'll do something in this game. Really, I think it's building and building and building up to something getting smashed. I think, and it might well be in this game here on Wednesday. Let's wait and see. We obviously have the quality to hurt them. There's been no real I haven't seen any sort of team news as of yet. Maybe Daniel will do his press conference tomorrow, maybe, but this is as of recording. But this will probably come out then. So I haven't heard any I keep saying transfer news. I haven't heard any team news as of yet. But I'm sure maybe by the time this has come out, you might have no more than me currently about the makeup of the team potentially on Wednesday evening. But thanks very much for watching. As always, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It would be nice to see a bit of an upturn in subscribers. Um, yeah, because yeah, it's that not why I do it, but it's would be good to see an upturn in everything concerning the channel at the moment. But let's wait and see what happens. Thanks a lot for watching. March on together. I'll see you on the next one.